Golden years looking tarnished? Is that dream retirement, the one you've pictured with endless beaches or cozy mountain cabins, slowly slipping through your fingers? For too many people, the answer is a heartbreaking yes. They thought they were doing everything right, saving diligently, only to realize too late that the financial world is a blizzard of jargon, and most experts are just glorified salespeople pushing cookie-cutter solutions. It's enough to make you throw up your hands and just hope for the best, right? But hope isn't a strategy when your financial future is on the line. What if I told you there's a better way to build that cozy retirement nest egg, a way that cuts through the noise and actually works for you? We're going to peel back the layers of confusion surrounding retirement accounts, expose some inconvenient truths about the financial industry, and equip you with the knowledge to make powerful decisions. Because let's face it, your future, your freedom, your enjoyment of life is simply too important to leave to chance. Now, you've probably heard the terms 401ks, IRAs, Roths. It sounds like an alphabet soup designed to confuse you into paralysis, doesn't it? And honestly, much of the conventional advice out there from the big financial institutions, it's often generic, designed to fit their sales quotas, not your unique situation. They want you to believe it's complicated, so you'll just hand over your money and trust them. But what if that trust is costing you tens, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in retirement? We're about to cut through that noise, pull back the curtain, and show you exactly what these key players are, and more importantly, how to use them to your advantage. Because if you're still taking generic advice, you're leaving money on the table, and that's a mistake you absolutely cannot afford. The biggest mistake I see people make, the one that causes the most regret, is simply waiting to start. Time isn't just money in investing. Time is your greatest ally, the silent partner working tirelessly behind the scenes. If you think you've waited too long, if you're already in your 40s or 50s and feeling that pit in your stomach, that's just plain wrong. Yes, starting early gives you a massive advantage, but the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is right now. But here's the real kicker, the secret weapon that most people ignore because it sounds too simple: compounding interest. This isn't some fancy trick, it's mathematical magic. Your money earns money, then that money earns more money. It's an exponential growth engine, and every single day you don't have your money working in the right account, you are effectively burning thousands of dollars of potential wealth. Choosing the wrong account, or worse, choosing no account at all, can literally cost you your freedom. So how do you navigate this minefield? This isn't a one-size-fits-all problem, and anyone telling you there's a single best retirement account for everyone is either lying or trying to sell you something. Your income level, your current tax bracket, your long-term goals, these are the variables that matter. They dictate whether a traditional 401k or IRA with their upfront tax deductions makes more sense for you right now, or if a Roth, with its tax-free withdrawals in retirement, is the smarter play. And here's where my Wall Street rebel philosophy comes in. You need to be rebellious. You need to question everything. Don't just blindly follow the herd because everyone else is doing it. Research. Understand the essential details like contribution limits, income phase-outs, and those nasty penalties for early withdrawals. Because when you truly understand how these accounts work, you stop being a victim of the system and start being the architect of your own financial destiny. Let's talk about the 401k first. This is probably the most common retirement plan, often offered through your employer. The big draw? Your contributions come out of your paycheck before taxes, which means a smaller taxable income today. That feels good, right? Like getting a pay raise and saving for retirement all at once. Plus, many employers offer a matching contribution. If you ignore that match, you're literally throwing away free money. Let me repeat that, free money. It's like turning down a bonus every year. Most people just set it and forget it, picking the default investment options, which are often perfectly fine. But fine isn't optimal, is it? You could be doing so much more. The tension here lies in balancing the immediate gratification of a tax break with the long-term implications, because those tax-deferred contributions eventually become taxable withdrawals in retirement. For many, that's a ticking tax bomb. Are you prepared for that? Next up, the Individual Retirement Account, or IRA. This one's for everyone, not just those with employer-sponsored plans. Think of it as your personal retirement vehicle. Like the 401k, a traditional IRA offers tax-deductible contributions in the present, reducing your taxable income now. This is a sweet deal if you're in a higher tax bracket today than you expect to be in retirement. But here's the catch. The money grows tax-deferred. meaning you don't pay taxes until you pull it out in retirement. This can be great, but it's also a gamble on future tax rates. What if tax rates go up significantly by the time you retire? What if Congress decides they need more revenue and your tax-deferred money gets hit harder than you ever imagined? That's the discomfort of uncertainty, isn't it? It's why you can't just set it and forget it. You need to understand the implications of each choice. And then we have the Roth IRA, my personal favorite for many, and often the choice that most people overlook or misunderstand. Unlike the traditional IRA or 401k, Roth contributions are made with after-tax dollars. You don't get an immediate tax break. Sounds less appealing, right? Wrong. This is where the magic happens. Your money grows completely tax-free, and when you withdraw it in retirement, it's all tax-free. Think about that for a second. Every penny, every dollar of growth is yours, untouched by the taxman. This is huge, especially if you believe tax rates are likely to be higher in the future, or if you expect your income to grow over your career. If you're young and in a lower tax bracket now, contributing to a Roth IRA is a no-brainer. It's like buying tax insurance for your future self. For me, the Roth isn't just an account. It's a statement. It's saying, I'm taking control of my taxes, and I'm not letting Uncle Sam dictate my retirement. But here's a layer of conflict many don't consider. You can have both. Yes, you can contribute to a 401k and an IRA, or a 401k and a Roth IRA, or even all three under certain conditions. The key is understanding how they interact and leveraging each one for maximum advantage. For instance, if your employer offers a 401k match, you absolutely contribute enough to get that match first. That's non-negotiable. Then, consider maxing out a Roth IRA if your income allows, especially if you're relatively young or in a lower tax bracket. After that, if you still have money to save, go back to your 401k or a traditional IRA. This layered approach is how you optimize your tax situation both today and in retirement. Don't settle for good enough. Demand the best strategy for your money. Let's talk about another crucial but often ignored factor: investment choices within these accounts. It's not enough to just pick the right type of account. You also need to make smart decisions about what you actually invest in. Many people just pick the target date fund that matches their retirement year and call it a day. While convenient, these funds aren't always the most efficient or cost-effective. Sometimes they hold too many bonds for your age, or their fees are higher than necessary. You need to understand basic investment principles: diversification, risk tolerance, and expense ratios. Are you comfortable with more risk for potentially higher returns? Or do you prefer a more conservative approach? Do you know the difference between an index fund and an actively managed fund, and why one usually outperforms the other in the long run? Because if you're losing 1 to 2% a year to unnecessary fees, that's thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands, compounded away over decades. That's why you need to dig deeper and refuse to be a passive participant in your own financial future. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. This all sounds great, but what about the market? It's so volatile. What if I put my money in and it all crashes right before I retire? That's a legitimate fear, and it's why understanding risk is so critical. The market will have ups and downs. That's a guarantee. But historically, over the long term, the market has always trended upwards. Your job isn't to time the market. It's to have a plan, diversify your investments, and stay the course. Think of it like a journey. There will be bumps in the road, maybe even some detours, but if your destination is clear and you keep driving, you'll get there. Inflation is another silent killer of retirement dreams. Your money needs to grow faster than the cost of living, or your purchasing power diminishes. This is why just putting money in a savings account won't cut it. You need to invest to make your money work harder than inflation. The knowledge you gain today helps you weather any storm, protecting that nest egg you're so diligently building. Look, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and this isn't personal financial advice. What I am is a voice of reason, a Wall Street rebel, challenging the status quo and empowering you to take control. My goal is to give you the framework, the understanding, and the confidence to ask the right questions and make informed decisions for your specific situation. Always do your own research, and if you need specific, personalized advice, consult with a fee-only fiduciary financial planner who works for you, not for commissions. So there you have it, the real deal on choosing the right retirement account. Now you understand the difference between tax-deferred and tax-free growth, why employer matches are non-negotiable, and why a Roth IRA could be your secret weapon. You know that time is your biggest asset, and that waiting is literally burning money. Don't let the financial institutions keep you in the dark any longer. If you're ready to dive even deeper into the mechanics of each account, breaking down their specific contribution limits, tax advantages, and how to pick the right investments for your risk tolerance, then you absolutely need to watch this video right here.